Okay, guys, hope everyone's doing well. We are going to get started now. All right, so here we go. I'm very excited about this. This is one of my first live videos making a t-shirt, but I hope I'll make more. I'm not selling this t-shirt, but I could, so just let me know if you want to buy it for a really good price. Maybe I could order some, you can get some orders ready for the holiday season, aka Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Christmas. Thought you should know that. All right, so let's get started. I am going to, I have my desktop here. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about my process. So I am going to, in Illustrator, I'm going to grab this image from the internet, which I've already done. So I just stole this from somewhere on the internet. But I'm going to create my own artwork. So that's what I'm going to do now. If I look at the the sketch here, in order to print this, to do the vector print and then to weed it, because I have to pull away the parts of it that you'll understand this process when I'm done. I don't want to have all this detail. I need to create my own simple design. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Not a ton of time, maybe 30 minutes. So I'm going to get started. All right. I'm going to go over to my desktop. Now I'm going to start drawing in this these images here by just doing the little shapes. I'm going to not worry about the details at this point. I'm going to worry more so about I'm going to do more about the basic shapes. And then I'm going to rotate and copy those shapes over. And then I'm going to worry about the fine details later on. So there's some shading that happens. You can see that right over here on the right underneath the belly of the AT Walker. And I'm going to worry about that later on. So I'm copying a lot of this stuff over. I'm just drawing it. And I have been doing this for a little bit of time, so I'm pretty fast at the drawing the shapes. So these little arcs are a little bit more difficult in the feet than in the bottom. And then when I get some of the ellipses right, I will just rotate them over like I had mentioned before. But like I said, I have to go back, and when this is done, and I have to remove a lot of the detail that I added because it's not going to print well, or it's going to be a total pain to actually create a t-shirt. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up that gun. There's a few things I'm trying to add on all of these boxes, but I'm doing them sparingly because I don't want to have to print some of this detail. And so my next step after this is to actually reduce the detail that's in this drawing. But now that I have all the basic shapes, I can just subtract the shapes and the circles from that there. Okay, so now let me go to my desktop here where I can finish this up. Okay, so now what I'm looking at is, let me check my chat for a second. All right, so now I have these together, so I'm going to start filling in the shape. Now um, I can't have a lot of complexity. Like this shape up here has to be a solid shape. So I got to fill that with black, okay? And it's kind of interesting how the printer will work, the vector printer, which is the vector printer, which I had mentioned before, which is the silhouette. I need these images to have I need these images all right. So now I'm going to clean up this image right here. Okay, so like this shape here is this circle right here. I need to take away the front of this little structure from, so I need to chop away this I'm going to remove, oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so control copy, edit paste in front. I'm going to join it, and now I'm going to remove it from using this Pathfinder tool right here. I'm going to remove it from the front. So I need to bring it to the front over this little circle. I'm going to bring it to the front, and now I'm going to select both, and I'm going to chop it away. Now edit, paste in front, join. That's the problem. So I need to chop off, I'm going to create a shape to chop off this circle. So I'm going to put that in the front and then chop. Karate chop. Oops, too much. All right. So what's up, Mia? got 5 watching here. That's a record. Usually I have 1. It's myself. Okay, so now here's the deal. I need to explain something to you. Let's say I have this shape right here that's by itself, right? The way that it's going to work is if I take that over, well, let's just do an example. I'm going to take it over to the printing software. So I'm going to go to File, New. Actually, I'm going to do something else. So I need to get an SVG over to the Silhouette printer, the software. Okay. So I'm going to move this little shape down here, and we're going to see what that little shape looks like. So I'm going to name the artboard Test. Right? So now, oops, I named it wrong artboard. This artboard I'm going to name Test. Right. Now I'm going to go to File, Save As. File, Save As, and I am going to save it as an SVG. Okay, and I'm in the Imperial Walker t-shirt. I don't want to be there. Sunday Star Wars. By the way, the theme I want for Sundays. It's going to be a 5 o'clock in the evening show, but today I was on at 5:30. Sorry, my bad. Forgive me. I've never done one of these before. Okay, so now I'm going to do this test SVG. But anyways, I was thinking about doing a Star Wars themed Sunday. So I'm going to hit save and hit OK. And now I'm going to go to the Silhouette software right here. This is the software that controls the printer. So this right here is Silhouette. I'm going to load it with this later. So now I'm going to bring in the vector print here. So if I lost my mouse. There's a bunch of t-shirt ideas I have. I'm thinking about doing this one next. There. Oh crap, I brought it in. Alright, File, Open, should be Import. Sunday Star Wars, and here's my test. Oh, jeez. I brought the whole thing in. Even the stolen from web thing. Okay, so now what I want to do is under send, and all I'm doing right now is testing whether or not this will print on my shirt. So under send, I want to go to action and do cut edge. And we're going to zoom in. And it looks like I have, I mean, I guess I could do this and just remove, it would certainly be easier if I removed, I just cut it and then just remove what I didn't want. You know, instead of having to do all that work. You know? I kind of like it just like it is there. But it's not perfect, so I'm going to go back and clean it up. So I'm going to select all this and then hit delete. So what I found out from that little test is that you'll see when I pull apart this and weed this vinyl that I can take away what I need and what I don't need. But I don't want random cuts in there that I don't need to be. So I am going to try to not to have that at all. So, but what I want is these sections, like I want this to be a shape. So I kind of want this to look like this. Gray, like that. I want it to look like that. So if I selected each one of these things and did this, and made some of them lighter, I'm going to start getting the shape that I want. And then I can work my way down. See, now this is just a clean line, and this is going to be the part that I remove. But you know what? Where's my little line? That's not going to work. What I want to do is have the inside removed. I want a white line. So I want to take this. Well, first of all, I'm going to save this, save. Then I'm going to save as, because I want to save my original AT sketch 1. And then I don't want SVG. That's only when I want to transfer it. I want to stay in Illustrator. And by the way, oh, crap. File, save as, test it, AT sketch. So anyways, AT stands for something transport, something, what does it stand for? What does AT stand for? Come on, guys. I'll check my chat, see if anyone knows. Oh man, everyone ditched. Guess it doesn't matter. All right. All right, here we go. So I do want this to be two things. I want that to be like that. I want the shapes to be there. But I don't want this to be cut. So I'm going to do a test. I'm going to test on whether or not the shapes will intersect. Like, for instance, how can I make this all? I kind of have an idea of what we could do. We could, I kind of have an idea up here. What if we exported this out as a high-res image and brought it back in and then traced it? Normally that doesn't work if it's a low res, but since it's a high res, that might work. All right, so I'm going to start working on the feet here. I got to clean these feet up. This guy's slightly ticklish. All right, so I'm going to copy this here, and then I am going to join everything together, and then edit, paste in front. So what I did there was copy it, and then took it away. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to take it away from this bottom one. Paste and reduce. See how I cut away the back? Edit, paste in front. And now this is looking good. So as long as these aren't touching now. Clean lines. Clean lines. Okay, do you see this one's overlapping, so I'm going to move that out. And that looks like pretty clean lines. It would be nice to have a little gap right there. And that gets me my gap. I don't care if, there we go. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that little trick. So that's going to be the most valuable part. If you're making a t-shirt from Illustrator or Inkscape, what I'm going to do in around 20 minutes is going to be the most valuable part. Man, this looks all jacked up here. Yeah, so the most important thing is that these things are, they're all kind of hiding each other. I'll explain that in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's do this one now. Copy this to the clipboard and join these with the Pathfinder tool. Went away. A lot of times if I can't find it, I'll turn it on and off. Windows Pathfinder. My favorite tool in the world. Edit, paste in front. So I have that little circle. Now I'm pasting this in the back. Join. Now this control. Join. Edit, paste in front. In this situation here, I'm kind of ad-libbing here because this is, all right, so now I got two good feet here, but I don't want any overlap. See, I want it to be nice lines, so no overlapping. Okay, so this piece right here, I need to chop it off from this piece. Object, oh, no, we're just gonna do Command C or Control C, depending on if you're on the Mac. Chop that off. Edit, paste in front. Wrong one. Control copy. I'm going to select the back, and this removes, this Pathfinder tool removes whatever's in the back, and then edit, paste in front. So I'm slowly working my way over. Okay. Slowly working my way over, and then this is going to be one of the harder parts up here, but I have two more of these to do. Oh, I forgot to paste that back. Edit, paste in front. Ah. I forgot that shape. I'm going to just draw it back. Control copy. And then delete. Control copy. And delete. So there must be something underneath there. Yep. Edit, paste in front. You know what? I like this design better here than that design. It's just simple, so I'm just rotating it over. Okay, one more leg. Here I go. Two more, sorry. Oh, yeah, this thing needs to be done too, so I need to do this one. I forgot to do this little claw. Control copy, remove it from there, edit paste in front. Control copy, edit, oops, bring that to the front. There's a, you want to know how to bring something to the front, edit paste in front. The way you do it is under the object, there's an arrange path. That'll help you with bringing things to the front. I'm using my quick keys. But this is not an Illustrator lesson. This is about making a t-shirt. It's funny, this doesn't look as like the same. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's do that. So I'm going to copy that, bring it to the front, copy it, and then chop it off, chop the same shape off the back, and then edit, paste in front. So it looks like all the stroke weight is different. So I'm just going to select it all. And I'm going to select it all, and then I'm going to go to the stroke weight here. Put 3 point. No, I'll do 4 point. No, that's 5 point. Okay. Let's just keep going. Okay. That's copied. And now I'm going to join it. With this, I'm going to join. And then edit, paste in front. Now this shape here, I'm going to copy. And I'm going to chop it off the back. Oh, no, I want that to come up the front. Yeah, I want that to chop off the back. So I'm going to copy. I want this to chop off what's the disc. So I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to chop it off and edit, paste in front. Oops, wrong one. Undo, control copy, make sure it's in the front, control copy, remove it, edit, paste in front. Edit, paste in front. So now we have that in front. I don't know what this is. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it's just better just to move stuff. Just trying to fill in the gaps here. Okay. Now on to, whoa, what is this? Here we go. And then this one's off. And then this one is off. Now we can go over here. Remember, I gotta copy that circle, and I want to join it, and then join it with the back to make this cylinder, and then edit, paste in front. Now I got this here, copy that. I want to minus it from the back, and grab this, edit, paste in front, and I'm going to take off this, and that's looking pretty good. Now onward and upward here. Okay. You know what I'm going to do with these? I'm just going to fill them with black. It's my project. And then the white that's on front, the white that's up on front. I'm going to make that a white stroke. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm just filling it with black. Hopefully this little trick I have is going to work perfectly. Okay, so I do need to mention that this shirt is going to be white lines on top of black. There we go. This is looking good now. So this needs to come down a little bit. And then this needs to come over. And I'll do a white on that. Now that I know this little method I'm going to do, it's just going better. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Gonna save it. All right, now here's my little trick. So all right, save it. By the way, I'm using OBS to stream this. I'm the only one watching it. Okay, so here and here. Control copy. Put it paste in front. Okay, we're looking good. Looking for any anomalies, like this thing here. Okay. Now I don't know. I think I want this to be white. And then put it on top. And then put it on top. Yep, perfect. And then this needs to come to a tangent. Yeah, now we're talking. This is odd right here. The fact that this is, yeah, that's better. Yeah. All right. Join a Coca-Cola. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to export this as a high-res image, bring it back into Illustrator, and then I am going to trace it, and it'll join all the shapes, and that way I'll have a clean vector line to work with. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. And I don't even think I need to export it. I think I can do it here. So I'm just going to copy this artboard over. And I'm going to select all of it, and I'm going to rasterize it, which means change it into an image. And I want it to be high res. Background is transparent. And this is good. Okay, so now I am going to put an image behind it. I have not so that's what I'm looking at there. So that worked perfectly. Now I'm going to, it's a raster image, and now I'm going to trace it with the default of line art. Whoa, this is taking a lot of time. It's kind of scary. going to heat up my vector. Oh, no, this is good. We got to go back to the desktop. Something bad happened. Look, it's just bad. It's just bad. So now I'm going to go to image trace, but I'm going to do three colors. So it smells like it's on fire. Okay. Hopefully this will work with the rastering image here. I mean, not the rastering, but the tracing. There's probably another method here. So I'm going to fire up this, get it up to 350 degrees. Wiki. Oh, better, but not great. Image trace, 16 colors. So it just shows you really what is in a graphic. You know, this whole concept of the fact that things are easy and stuff like this. Yeah, I could have stole it from the internet or printed it, but it wouldn't have been my own. I kind of hacked the image, right? And I could draw it from where I wanted, but in order to get an actual t-shirt made, it's a little bit different. But guess what? It'll be mine when I'm done. It's not my A.T. Walker, and I'll probably get a copyright notice by Star Wars or Lucas or Disney or whoever, but the fact is I made it. But you can make anything. You can make your own artwork. I just love Star Wars. I want to have a Star Wars Sunday, so just chill out, all right? Okay, this is still not working here. Oh, it's just not grabbing the pieces. That's what the problem is. So here's what happened. I'm going to go through these steps again. It didn't grab the pieces. It didn't grab my feet before. So now I'm going to drag over the image again. I'm going to rasterize the whole thing. Oh, I didn't select white. So I'm going to object, rasterize, and then I'm going to select transparent, and then hit OK. Now I'm going to hit image trace, and I want to go to line art. Nope, I want to go to three colors. I'm getting sick. It says that it may proceed slowly. Do not show again. All right, so this says image pixel cluster. Man, that's complicated. All right, so I'm going to start getting this little vinyl ready and explaining this vinyl stuff. This is the it's 15 by 15 inches by 15 feet. And I spent $30 on this. But I can do a lot of t-shirts. I'm going to have a whole series on making a profit with t-shirts. But I need to make a profit before I make that video, because I'm not making a profit. I know how to do it, but all right. So here it is. It's 15 inches. You don't want to waste any of this. You could reuse all of it. But the big thing is you need to label it with what it is because you'll never know again. So I want this image. I'm going to go bring my t-shirt over here. You know, I shouldn't set this down in the dirty I needed to brush off this shot. All right, so here's my t-shirt. All right. Medium. I don't know why I wear a medium. My gut hangs out, but I'm in denial about that. All right, so now we're gonna go get my tape measure. Okay. So I'm just going to zoom back to we're going to get the tape measure here in a second, but I'm going to show you that this image worked out over here on the right. So I'm going to hit expand. Inkscape, the free Inkscape, I have to say, there we go. It's now expanded, which means it's vector. And I'm going to delete the background, and I'm going to throw in a temporary background. I want to delete that line right there. I don't like that line. Let me look at my reference image. So it doesn't have that there. This line is bad. Bad news. I gotta fix this. So here's how I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make a shape and then cut the shape off in the front. So Control copy. And then I'm going to move this to the front, and I'm going to grab this, and hopefully it'll work, or if not, I'll repeat. Yeah, it worked. All right, but it was a little bit off. Okay, so I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to move it here, and then I'm going to delete. Boom. Man, to me, this method here, and this video is long because I did a bunch of testing today and I have no watchers, but maybe people will come back, is the money. This is how you would not believe how much other work I'd have to do with this. I gotta zoom in more because that's what's happening right there. And right here. And right here. And it is an arc. So I get to put an arc in there. And now I can chop it out. Good, good. There we go. That's fine. It's going to be a fun one. Cut out. There we go. Oops, I forgot this one. All right, let's see if I delete this from the front. There we go. That'll work. It's not perfect, but whatever. So now we have this nice little image. I'm going to name the artboard 8T, 8T, final. That lets me save the the number 3 artboard. These are artboards. Let me do this. So this is an artboard. These white things are an artboard. And that's a really big, nice trick. All right, so I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and hit SVG. And then I want to use artboards, range 3. Oh, my timer, the thing's down. I can hear it beeping. And then hit AT Sketch Vector. And then that means I'm ready to print it. Okay. Now I'm going to Silhouette Studio. Just going to File, open a new project to see whether or not it'll clean it out. And there it is. And I want it to be bigger. And I'll go back to that. Okay, so now let's go back to this camera here. This is, I want it to be around 8 inches wide, but it's also going to be tall. So I'd say 8 inches tall. And right now it's 725, so that's pretty good. But here's the deal. I wouldn't mind if it was smaller. And that means I can get 2 per cut. So I would say if I chose my width to be 12 by 12, if I chose my width to be 7, let's choose my width to be 15. Right? 15 inches. I don't think this thing can handle 15 inches. Okay, it doesn't matter. So with let's say I do the width at, I'm in the Silhouette Studio right now. Let's do the width at 12 inches. And just put it all the way over to the side. And I'm going to make it 6.5. I'm going to put it right up there at the top. So 6.5. And then I can rerun another one and put it here because I have a 15-inch roll. So this is 15 inches. And this is actually wider than that. So I'm going to do 15 inches, and then I'm going to do by transitioning again to see the top, and then I'm going to do, let's do 9 inches. I don't want to waste any material at all. So if I look at this here, it is only 6 inches, and I'm doing 8. But I don't want any craziness to happen, so I'm going to do that. All right, so now I'm going to go over to my webcam, and I'm going to cut this. Sorry about the beeping, but I'm going to cut this at 8 inches. Oh, remind me to flip it over. I know no one's online, but just remind me to... So that is 8 inches right there. And this is 8 inches, right. And now I want it to be 8 inches. Kind of a wimpy little size, but I'm going to do it. Alright. So now, let's go over here to my vector cutter, sharp seam. Okay, so now I have this decal that goes here on the front. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Alright, here's the thing that you can never forget. You can never forget to flip it. So I have never figured out how to flip it inside of here. So I'm going to actually go to the help and say flip. Mirror horizontally. Mirror. Mirror vertically. Oops. Mirror horizontally. There we go. That is so critical. So now I want to select all this, and I want to go to send to the cutter, auto blade. Oops, I'm not. So I want to go. All right, let me go back. I was in the design mode. I flipped it. I went to flip, search, flip, vertically. That's really important because it's going to go the other way. It's going to go the opposite way that you want it to go. Actually, yeah, I like it going that way. So I need to flip it the other way. So I'm going to help flip vertically. Help flip vertically. Oh, flip horizontally. Right, so that's going to print it the other way. And now I'm going to go to send to the printer, auto blade. I'm going to select my image, and then I'm going to hit cut. And that does my cut edge. Okay, and now it says it's ready. So now I'm going to put this transition. So now I'm going to get my cutting mat. Now this cutting mat is kind of old, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to put the shiny side down because the glossy side is what's going to be ironed on, and it's clear. So I want to cut out the other part. So I'm going to put everything here. Actually, I'm going to move it over just a little bit. And then we are good to go. Hey, 1 second. How you doing? And then now I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to hit load. And if you can see with the above camera here, so with the above camera here, I'm going to now hit send to the printer. So I'm going to transition back here. There's this little button where I'm going to hit send right here. Mom's got one.
I need yours.
Okay. All right. But Mia, does she want to get pizza?
It's for me.
What about AJ?
It's for AJ and I.
Okay, but what about Mom? Is she going to eat it?
She has her own stuff.
But what about me?
Mom's making dinner, but AJ doesn't like.
Oh, okay. Let me just talk to Mom, and I'll be right in. Okay.
No, I don't want you to talk to Mom. I just want to.
Okay.
Can you mute your live stream?
No, I'm about to print. All right, here I'm going to start printing now. All right. Be right back. Okay. Maybe take a step out for a little pizza break. This looks like it's cutting really good. I think I'm going to do this on the back and a bigger one in the front. It's too small. It's a great test for this though. So hope everyone's doing well. Again, this is Star Wars Sunday. I'm doing the Star Wars themed every Sunday. A live video. This stream is now 2 hours long because I was setting up next week. But you get an idea of exactly what it takes, no more. How much time an actual project takes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over to the right, and then I'm going to come back and I will put AT next to it. Because this is a nice wide one here. This shirt that I'm currently wearing, this is really wide. And this one is a little too thin. Alright, I'm finishing this up, getting excited for my t-shirt. I'm going to pre-press my t-shirt and hit unload. Now we're good with our vector printer, and here we are with our design. So it looks like it cut a little bit off the front, but that's okay. That's okay. I should have gone all the way over to the edge. I've missed a couple of the pieces there, but I can fix that. Okay, now we're going to do with weeding it. Do what's called weeding it. All right. So I ordered some new sizer weeding stuff, and they gave me a new weeding tool. So this is the one I got with the machine. I ordered second. It's just a silhouette one. And then this one is the one that came with, this one I bought at Harbor Freight. And this is the sizer one here. And one's a little hook, and one is a, one's a little hook and one's a point. So here I go. I am going to start weeding this. I actually haven't figured out how to go about doing this, but what I want to do is remove everything that I don't want to be printed. You want to go slow, I just move it up, kind of look at your design, make sure you're going slow enough. And there's one thing, and I got this from Stan Banks, kind of motivated me to do this. He's got a great t-shirt vinyl show. It's very motivating. Kind of shows the profit making of t-shirts. He has this sort of shape method that he does where he pulls it, weeds it off. I should have not, whatever the correct English, I shouldn't have started that, the printer so soon. I mean the vinyl cutter. I'm just pulling this away. I need a trash. Anyways, tomorrow's a work day for me. I work, create videos, YouTube videos. So I've been doing videos for a while. I love it. This garage has been my dream. You can see that what I'm working on here is in this, over in the corner over there. Let me show you guys. I'm building a pinewood derby track. And I'm building a pinewood derby track, and I'm going to be testing cars, building cars and shipping cars and stuff like that. So I gotta look up at my design. I'm gonna go back to my design here. And I gotta look up at my design to make sure that I have everything correct. And by the way, this sizer tool right here, this little one with the point, is better than this tool. little hook. My 2 cents. Now you may think this is kind of tedious, right? But here's the deal. It's very therapeutic. And plus, I think I made it more difficult by making this so small. But I have a friend that once I prototype a shirt, my friend Ken will make me a shirt, or I can give it to him, get him pretty close to cost, and that's good news. Man, I just think that there's a million things, but I love this machine. It's pretty, it's amazing. I really wish that I wouldn't have screwed up on this little thing here. Maybe I could cheat and maybe I could cheat. These little guns here, I didn't put it over far enough. But this is going to work, you know, because my next one is going to be perfect. There's always a screw up. There's always a screw up, you know. So what's interesting about doing a live show, because I have no watchers right now, and maybe other people will watch in the future that want to learn how to do vector design or whatever else. What I find interesting is that when you produce a video normally, you cut a lot of stuff out, right? You cut everything out that you don't want. You're trying to keep everything nice and clean, right? Well, what's interesting about that is that it's not really how it's done. So you're really giving people eye candy, but if someone that really wants to create something, then they need to know how it's done, right? So that's kind of why I thought about making a channel that was a live channel. Now, I guess a lack of subscribers, and I think I have 10 subscribers, is it's going to indicate whether or not that theory works or not. But gosh, is that thing irritating. I'm going to have to shut it off. I'm going to shut the thing off. All right, so let me go over a couple of the prices with you. The over there to the right, the over to the left, kind of in the center of the screen, which is the heat press. That was $200 from eBay. Those links will be in the video. This was $30. The cutting table was at Harbor Freight. The little cutting board, that was 15 bucks at Harbor Freight. And Inkscape is free, and the printer is $200. The Silhouette, they now offer it in black, and so it looks like you could be around to do hats, shirts, mugs, cups, plates, everything. You're at $450 for a business, and then you just need to figure out your shipping and stuff like that. But if you do eBay, you already got it going on. Let's go back to my other camera. So one of the big things if you want to produce your own channel is the audio. It's like I'm wearing a little lav mic that's up in my hat right now, and that was like, I don't know, I got that when I was like making money with video. It's like $600, so you could get a lot cheaper, but I would just buy a mic and just keep it right near you and just kind of stay close to where you're at and not talk when you're walking around the shop, or not give a crap. But a lav mic is the best. This is really fun. I can't believe this thing works that well. You know, like pulling this out. But this particular design is made for screen printing. This is not made for a vinyl press. It's too intricate. So once I get my design, I'm going to send it off to Ken, and then I'll have it up in my hacklab shop. But unfortunately, you know what? Don't have very good this was crazy work. I am definitely going to try to fix this gun issue. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to reprint the guns, and then they iron them back on. You'll never know from a distance, though. Well, my biggest regret so far, guys, is the fact that I didn't do this bigger. So a trash can is huge. Funny, I wonder if, so I just put up my first video the other night, my live video. I'm going all live on hacklab. I have another channel called Ryan Maker that I'm going to not do live. It's all going to be produced videos. I'm going to make kinetic sculptures out of reclaimed furniture and wood. By the way, all these little specks and stuff need to be removed. Well, one of the things I'm looking for is I want to be able to broadcast to my friends that I'm going to do a live video. So I wondered if there's a tool that does, I guess, texting. It's called SMS. And I wonder if there's a tool that does broadcast SMS. I know that's probably a no-brainer, but I'd like to know. So if anyone has anything, please leave it in the comments. And also, you want to be one of my first subscribers, I only have 10. Please subscribe. I promise my videos won't be this long, but they'll be good. But I really want to show you guys like what it takes to do something, you know? If this was big, I would have I tried to save vinyl and I shouldn't have. winter's coming up, Christmas season. Normally go on vacation during Christmas. Lost our father-in-law, and we usually stay away during Christmas time from Christmas, but this year we'll be here. So this gives you an idea of what it's looking like so far. There is a lot of pieces, but this is getting good. So the next tomorrow, all right. So on Sundays, I'm going to be doing. So Sundays, I'm going to be doing Star Wars themed stuff, right? Until I get busted. And then I'm looking for ideas for other days. So I'm definitely thinking about doing something for my work, a coffee break, but it doesn't have, there's no name for coffee break. I want to do like, the software I use at work is for data visualization. So I want to do something for that, but I don't know what. So I know it's stupid, but I just need something to have like every day. My show is at 5 p.m. on Sunday, and it's about Star Wars. It's about packing something Star Wars related, right? So I'm thinking about other days, but I don't know what it could be. I was thinking about like, what about, well, I use this 3D software called Fusion. I'm thinking about stealing NYC CNC's idea of Fusion Fridays, but I don't want to do that really. I don't know. Is there music playing? Everything's got to be removed, or it'll stick to the t-shirt. You gotta be anal about it. That means you gotta get the crap. Any tiny little flake is going to come in the image. Yeah, a little bit bigger on this scale would have been great. Gotta tell you, this is pretty fun. To know that I could make a t-shirt out of anything. This is the most complicated design I've done. You saw me draw it. A little spread out, but and then if you know that trace bitmap function in Inkscape, you could pretty much hack anything. You could hack your own t-shirt. You could give them away for Christmas gifts. There's enough time. You don't have to do Amazon Prime. You do you Prime. You do it. So I saw Thor. That was great. I love the sense of humor in those. Can't believe I can't ruin it for you guys, but I can't believe something happened to his hammer. That dude loves that hammer. So I'm going to bring my light table up here next time. There it is. Oops. All right. I'm sure there's little flecks at it, but it doesn't matter. That's how it's going to look on the shirt. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to go over, this is the final part, we're going to go over to the, we're going to go over to the press, and I'm going to press it. I'm going to take my weeding tool because I want to be able to remove flecks. All right, so I'm going to turn it on. It's got to go to 150. I'm going to move this over and here, whoa, I should clamp this down. I have not figured out a home for this, but so far I love it. Okay, to give you an idea of what it's going to look on the shirt here, that would be right about there. Okay? Alright. First thing I want to do is you want to do this upside down. You want the collar to face you. You want to put the image about a business card away from the top. But you don't want the collar on the board. What I love about this particular I'm going to center it. You want it to be about a business card away from the collar. Okay? So I want this to be about right there. Okay? This is a little bit of that's the business card I want it to be. So I'm going to place that image right in the center there. But I see a bunch of artifacts I need to clean up. And I don't want this. I think I should take some tape. I think I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to try to see if I can pick up anything with this painter's tape. Oh, yep. Working, I've gotten tons of stuff already. I got one little artifact in there. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to place this down one business card underneath the collar. Not too high. I've done it too high and I've regretted it. And I'm going to look here. And oh, I forgot to do one critical step. I'm gonna go ahead and it's at 325. I'm just gonna do it for 20 seconds just to press it down. Ow! I got to bolt that thing down. Okay. Look here to make sure it's kind of even, Steven. Guess I have an opportunity to add to that. This is going to be a hack, people. This is going to be a hack. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let it go. I'll come back later. I'm just going to add to that rifling, but I think I'll just add to this t-shirt as I go. I'll make a montage. Alright. Wow, that's hot. Okay, here I go. I'm going to go up. Got 15 seconds. This particular press for $200 has the all the Teflon, the pad, everything. So 350, I'm going to hit the play button and do 15 seconds. So the reason why they can be washed and stuff like that is compared to an iron-on transfer, and these are so durable, is that the compression that comes down. So I did that for 25 seconds. Not 25 seconds, but 15 seconds. And now I am going to pull this away. And there is our t-shirt, people. I will add to it as I go. I can add different designs because I missed the little gun, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a Star Wars. I'm going to put this back on here, and then I'm going to make a Star Wars montage. Like I'll do an R2-D2 and stuff like this as I do different designs. But that's it. All right. Great, guys. Thanks for being here. It was awesome having you, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Please subscribe. If I got one more subscriber out of this video, it would have been worth it. I love doing this. It was a blast tonight. I appreciate it. I will give credits to the DJ track, the remix of the Star Wars. In the credits, I'll give a link to the vinyl cutter, which is a Silhouette Cameo 3, and then I'll give a link to the vinyl press that I got from eBay that came in from China. Also, I'll do another video in terms of what my live streaming rig is and stuff like this. So, all right, have a great night, guys. Peace out.